there's no reverse. Oh no, there's no reverse. I was right. It has a transmission issue. 3 losers all together. Get it? Hey everyone, my name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to my Flying Wheels channel. If you guys have been following along, you know that I started with $400 and I'm working my way up to buying a Ferrari in under 12 months with just that original $400 investment. Well, this video is as real as it's going to ever be. This job has been way too easy in these videos. I haven't shown you all the difficult struggles that we've had, and this video is that one because I bought some serious lemons with some serious problems this week. Let's get started. Okay, back to the story. So I started with just $400. I bought a Chevy Malibu. The Chevy Malibu sold. So then I took $1,200 and bought 2 $600 cars. Both of those sold. All of them were a success. All of them were way too easy. That is not what this business is like. There are a ton of struggles and headaches that come along with this business, especially if you've been watching, that come with cheap cars. I hate buying cheap cars, and that's what I'm doing until I get enough income, until I get enough capital to buy better cars with just that original $400. Well, this week I had some serious struggles, and I'm going to tell you all about it throughout this video, and I'm going to tell you how I overcome them. The other thing, you guys keep complaining about net profit versus gross profit. I'm going to explain that to you as well, and I'm going to start using net profit. So I'm going to start using my expenses calculated and how much money I'm making, because you asked for it, you got it, you're going to get it. So I have some money. Let's get started with the story. And there goes the Accord. Sold. See you later, Mercury. I'm in the money, I'm in the money. All right, so the Mercury Milan is sold too. Honda Accord, Mercury Milan, both gone in under a week. I have cash in hand. We have $3,500. Let's go to the auction. Hey, welcome back to another auction day, and things are going swimmingly. In fact, too swimmingly. I don't know what's going on because that Accord and that Milan are not typical for cheap cars. Now, I have gotten better at selecting what I'm buying. That 96 Accord and the 06 Milan, I looked at those before I bought them, kind of. And for the most part, I've been doing it a long time, and I know what I'm doing now. I know what I'm looking for, and I've gotten good at looking at cars in under 60 seconds, meaning they run through the auction block in 60 seconds, so I have that much time to really go through them thoroughly. So I'm getting better over the years at looking at what I'm purchasing quickly. That's not to say we don't get duds. So those two cars are not as easy as I'm making it look. A lot of times I've gotten cars that are either too rusty underneath to sell, they have too many issues to sell. So don't go off just the Mercury Milan and the Honda Accord experience, because that's not typical. Those two were far too easy and too nice. Now, why did I sell them so cheap? Because I'm trying to move along. I'm trying to move things and create the profit and the turnover. I'm going for turnover more than high-end profit. Now, a bunch of you have talked about gross versus net. Now, let's talk about gross versus net real quick. So a lot of people complain that I'm going off gross sales and not net sales, so I'm going to explain the difference between the two first. So we took $400 and we bought the Chevy Malibu. We sold it for $1,200. That leaves a gross profit of $800. Now, that is not a net profit yet, because you want to get this down as low as you can to alleviate your tax burden. So we incur other expenses. We have shop expenses, we have overhead, we have carrying costs, we have marketing, accounting, we have cable, we have internet, we have our mortgage or rent. All of those things get taken off of this to get to our net profit. Now, I'm not going to use all of our shop expenses and all of our overhead in every car. I'm just going to start using our actual expenses on the vehicle. Okay, welcome back. Now that you know the difference between net versus gross, and everybody wants me to go off net, it's going to take me a lot longer, but I'm going to go off net income and not gross income from now on. So I have $3,500 to spend on my Ferrari flip today. I don't know if I'm going to buy 1 car or 2 cars or 3 cars. I really don't know until the time comes when I start seeing these cars. But for now, we're shopping around and we're finding what we can find for around that price range. They have a nickname for them. I forget what they're called, but this is a 2013 with 99,000 miles. I usually pay around $3,500 for them. So this could be one, but you can see the rust down there. This could be something in my price range that I'd buy for $35 and end up selling for around $5,000. Now here's a good example for profit and what you should be buying and selling. I bought 2 cars last week for $1,200. I made $1,000 off one and $1,900 off one. Now that's a $2,900 profit off 2 cars and a $1,200 investment. Now I could go buy 1 car for $3,500 and make around $1,500, or I could buy multiple cars and make $1,000 off each car, but you're talking 3 times more work. It's really up to you to decide which is better for you. So we have another Mercury Milano. This is a Ford Fusion, and this is a Honda Civic. Both of these should be in my price range. Even this Altima might be in my price range. Now I don't mind Altimas so much. The 2.5 is a pretty decent engine. I don't buy Maximas, and I don't buy anything with a 3.5 liter. And something that's been here for a while is this Tesla. I've bid on it 3 weeks in a row. I wonder if this week they'll finally sell it. We have a beat up S5. Now I can tell those are not just replacement wheels, but the chrome mirrors give it away too. Recaro seats, these things are so nice, especially in a 6-speed, but this is kind of a beater for an S5. Now what I really would love to have as my work vehicle is a Raptor, but these things won't tow well, and that's a weird combination, blue and orange, but these things won't tow well, and I can't plow with it, so it's pretty much useless for me, even though it's so beautiful. Typical Ram knock. Actually, usually these have a misfire on the Hemis, but this one has a knock. No thank you. This might work. 2013 with 107,000 miles. This is completely out of my price range, but I was the high bidder on it last week. 2010 Evo with 54,000 miles. It's tough to put a price on them because there's not many around. Got some lights on in the dash. All right, let's go to the auction, get started, see what we come out with.
2 hours later.
So I ended up buying 5 cars today, but it was rough. I ran around like crazy. I must have put 20,000 steps on at the auction today. Well, the auction's over. Let's go see what we bought. The first one is a 2010 Chevy Equinox, 96,000 miles. Has a little bit of rust right here. I was aware of that when I got it. You can see how much dirt fits into that's all foam in there, and it just absorbs the moisture, and then that rots almost on every one of these Equinoxes. Now I never buy these things because the ones I've owned have had like timing chain issues. They're just really poorly made. They're throwaway cars, so like 120,000 miles, they're garbage usually. But $1,800, buyer's fee or auction fee is $205, so I own it for $2,005. Let's check it out. Now it ran through the auction like this fast. I really just saw that it was a cheap car. It was in the price range, so I raised my hand. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. I hope this one's a winner. Now this isn't something that I looked at previous to the auction starting, so I don't really know anything about this. I didn't get to test drive it. Oh, it moves. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. There's no reverse. Oh no, there's no reverse. It's just revving and then going into reverse. Oh no. Oh, I bought a dud. So that's obviously what the check engine light's on for. And that's obviously why it's here. Come on, Chevy, 96,000 miles and no reverse. What am I gonna do now? What am I supposed to do now? Come on. That's the reality of this business. That Milan and the Accord were way too easy of sales. So this is the reality of owning a car dealership. You win some and you lose some, and this one I lost on. Let's go see what else I got. It's a real bummer because it's pretty nice otherwise. Some stains and stuff, but that's about it. Good tires. So that's part of the game. That's the reality, and that is really, truly the reality of this business. Not all of them are winners. There's plenty of losers. You just have to make sure you win more than you lose. That's the only thing. I just have to win more than I lose, suck up the losses, and move on. Well, the auction is over, but the day is not. Let's go see what we bought. The second car is this 09 Cadillac SRX with 141,000 miles. Now, I will tell you, I haven't bought a Cadillac SRX in probably 10 years. Now, my wife had one back in like 2010 that we absolutely loved, but as it got older, it started to get pretty problematic. So I haven't been buying these, and like I said, I probably haven't had one in 10 years, but the price was right. And it has a third row seat. No, it's locked. And it has a third row seat. But the problem with this one that makes me really, really nervous is as it was pulling off the auction block, meaning as it was leaving the garage bay, it really looked like it was hesitating as it was leaving. And I feel like I have another car with a transmission issue, and when it rains, it pours. So I'm really not sure. Brakes feel a little soft. It did start up, that's a good thing, but the brakes are definitely soft. No lights on the dash. Surprising. I bought it from a new car dealer, which makes me feel a little bit better about it because it was probably just a trade-in, and then it was ran through the auction because a new Cadillac dealer isn't going to sell this. Service brake system, there we go. Let's see if it has a reverse. Oh, it has a reverse. That's good. Let's see if it has a drive. Oh, so much better than I thought. I swear I thought I had 2 lemons today with 2 bad transmissions. Oh, speak of it right now, there's my third car. That Mustang right there I ended up buying. Oh, it's all banged up. That's why I have to do a walk around. The auction goes by so fast, and I'm always in a rush. You don't get to really see everything about the car if it's on the block. If I'm not looking at it out in the parking lot, I don't get to know everything about it. I knew about the roof. I didn't see these dents. The thing that sold me on it was the red leather. I like the red leather, and I like that it's a convertible top. Let's see if this one starts. Now this is a bank repo, so somebody just stopped. They couldn't afford the car repairs, so they stopped paying for the car in general, and then the bank takes it back, and then we end up buying it. Does have reverse, does have a drive. That's a good sign. Has a check engine light on though. We'll figure this one out later. Fuck. I was right. Has a transmission issue. 2 freaking cars with 2 transmission problems in the same damn day. Ah, this sucks. Some days are good and some days are bad. This is a bad one. But I bought 6 cars. So what does that mean? 30% of my cars are duds? That sucks. Frig, that's a bummer. I never buy these stupid Cadillac SRXs. And I did. I went against my judgment. I bought an Equinox and a Cadillac SRX. And both have a transmission problem. Good on you, GM. That's awesome. Good for you guys. It's an 09 and the mileage isn't even bad on it. That's ridiculous. It's a 2013 Jeep Wrangler with 136,000 miles. That's it right there. Sport 4x4. Obviously this has nothing to do with my Ferrari flip because I only had $3,500, but while I was at it, I'm buying other cars for the dealership as well. This thing is clean and it still smells like a new Jeep. This is a score. Let's see if it starts. 90,000 miles. Is this the car? Ah, this isn't even the car. Bummer. Too good to be true. Let's go find my car. So mine was just 5 cars over. Sport. It's got the basic wheels, no tint on the windows. No power options, standard transmission. So this is your base model Wrangler, but it's a 13 with 136,000 miles, and I was paid short money for it, and it's clean. So, still not as nice as the other one, but still pretty good. Here's my 4th one that I bought from the Ford dealer, 2011 Expedition Limited EL, extended length. 155,000 miles. This thing is nice. Looks like we're taking the Expedition home. Today's gonna be a rough day. I just got back from the auction and look what I see in my parking lot. That would be the Honda Accord that I sold 2 days ago. And there goes the Accord. Sold. Let's see why that is here with the hood up. So this car, when you turn it on, the AC compressor's making noise?
Yeah.
The AC compressor's making noise?
Yeah. Hear it now?
Yeah.
That's the AC compressor bearing.
Alright. So the AC compressor bearing is making noise. And on a car that cheap, I'm not fixing an AC compressor. I didn't warranty the car. and I'm not gonna warranty any car in that price range. But he lives in town. I like my townspeople. I like to take care of people. So I'm gonna have him, I offered him cost on parts. He buys the compressor, I install it. There is a bypass pulley I guess you can install. So he's gonna buy the bypass pulley tomorrow. We'll install it for him, take care of him, and then he's good to go. But so far that's how my day has been. Hey, on a completely separate note, I got a package today. One of my viewers on YouTube, Muskoka Mike, you might have seen him in the comments section quite frequently, is a woodworker. Turns out he's quite crafty with his hands and made me a Christmas gift. Let's check this thing out. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's incredible. Thank you, Muskoka Mike. You should all check out his Facebook page. I'm going to put the link right here and the link in my description. Check out Muskoka Mike. He does amazing work. He sent me some of his stuff. It's pretty neat how he laser etches everything hand stains it all. He made this himself. Pretty incredible. So follow Muskoka Mike. I'll put the link in the description and check out his Facebook page too. Thanks a lot, Mike. You guys should buy this stuff from him. This is quality right there. Thank you. So one of the reasons why I hate cheap cars, customer drove it for a couple days, AC compressor bearing kind of made some noise, and the serpentine belt goes to the alternator and the AC compressor. So he didn't like it. So he wanted us to replace it. Well, I'm not replacing an AC compressor. Even if it's under warranty, that's not a warranted item. I'm not doing it for free, especially on a car that was $1,600 that came with an inspection sticker. I said no. So he wanted to use a bypass pulley. So he bought a bypass pulley. I told him I'd install it for him on my dime. He's a local. I like to take care of my locals. I like my customers to be happy, especially if it's after just a couple days. But on cheap cars like this, I emphasize when I sell it, this is a cheap car. There is no warranty on it. You are on your own. I'm going to take care of him on this time. I am not going to take care of it again. So while it's in here, he calls me and says, hey, while it's in the garage, you mind doing a tire rotation? I have lots on my schedule already. I have 2 weeks worth of scheduling booked up. I don't have time to pull this thing in, take cars off the lift, and do a tire rotation, even if it does take just a half an hour. I have people on schedule. I have this lift tied up. This lift costs $80 an hour. That's how much we charge. How long did this job take?
2.5 to 3 hours.
All right, so this job, let's just say, took 3 hours. 3 hours times 80, that's $240. So what that guy asked me to do was give him $240 now. So when you think, oh yeah, I'll just do some work for you for free, no problem, that's how a customer sees it. Oh yeah, just do it, it's no big deal. It's not. It's $240 out of your pocket. That's billable hours that you could be charging a customer for their work. Well, I want to share something with all of you. So the Accord is gone. The Accord is gone and paid for. I charged him for a tire rotation only and covered all the labor for his AC compressor bypass pulley. Now, what did I just do? I just warrantied his car that I sold with no warranty, right? So now I just voided out the no warranty clause that I had him sign. So what do you do in this situation? Well, technically, I just warrantied his car for life because I voided what I said in writing. So every time I do that, I get in writing again a no warranty document. This is his bill. So you'll see I billed him for his tire rotation, $20. I also billed him for his AC compressor bypass pulley that took us 3 hours, which was $240. I credited him $240, and I wrote again, vehicle was sold as is, no warranty or guarantee expressed or implied. Repairs were done in goodwill and faith only, and have them sign it. So there's a loophole to return cars. The Cadillac SRX was not announced title attached, meaning the title is here, it's in-house. Well, the title's actually not in-house, and if it's not here by 5 o'clock, I can return the car. So I'm walking into the auction now, it's 5:01. I hope the title is not here, because if it's not here, that car is not leaving here, and I'm returning it. I hope it's not here. Let's go find out. Well, the title is here, so I own this thing. I'm so bummed because it's so nice. Now I own it, and hopefully I can get it home. I didn't bring my trailer with me today, so I have to try to get this thing home now. And here's my other dud, my loser. 3 losers all together. Get it? Truck number 3 is a 2014 F-150. I would never, ever buy an EcoBoost with a check engine light on. Check engine light was not on when I bought this thing. And here we go. What's going on with it? It's not even getting out of its own way?
Yeah, that's the point.
Awesome. Great. So it looks like I bought 3 losers today. I haven't had a day like this in a long, long time. I'm gonna say that again. We try to be as positive as possible because negative words don't help negative situations. This is a 5-liter. I remember I bought it because it's a Coyote motor, not the EcoBoost. I never buy EcoBoost motors. PO223, which is a throttle position sensor. So 2013 Wrangler. We got a 2014 Suburban. We have an 09 SRX that's a loser. And then we have a 14 F-150 5-liter that has a throttle position sensor circuit malfunction that doesn't move out of its own way. So that's stuck here. So I have an Equinox with a bad transmission, an SRX with a bad transmission, and an F-150 that doesn't get out of its own way. I haven't had a day like this in a long, long time. This was a total bust. These are one of those days when I look at myself and think I would have been better to stay in bed today. I could have done nothing all day and been in a better spot than I'm in right now. Weirdly, the SRX made it back to my shop perfectly with no problems at all. Thing ran great all the way here. Yeah, shifted smoothly and everything. How was this?
This is like I can smell brakes.
Oh, I can smell brakes. Smells like something's locked up.
Yeah, and the heat.
No
just
heat?
Came on.
Ah.
Just came on right now.
So the problem with the auction, I did what I said I shouldn't do. I did what I always recommend you don't do. You don't jump into cars that you don't want. You go with your gut. You don't overspend. I did all 3 of those things today. I didn't go with my gut. I overspent, and I was desperate. The auction was too busy. There weren't enough cars. I had to buy a certain amount of vehicles today. I got stressed out. I wasn't listening to myself, and I kind of burned myself. This is what happens at the end of tax season. I've said it 100 times. People get desperate. They need to buy cars, so they start overspending, and then they regret their purchases. So that's that. This week was one of the worst weeks I've had in a long, long time. I've said it 1,000 times already in this series. I don't buy cheap cars. I freaking hate cheap cars because this is what happens. Headaches really come with all cars in general, not just inexpensive cars. And here I am now. I have to figure out what I'm going to do and where I'm at. So that's it for tonight. I'm heading home. It's late and I'm still making videos. The next video is going to probably be another bad news video because I have to figure out how much money I actually lost on all of these lemons. This is just going to be an absolute nightmare. Hey, I'll see you all in the next video. Make sure to subscribe. I hope you're learning a little bit and I hope you're having fun. This video wasn't as fun for me as hopefully as it was for you. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later and adios.